But with Tahm, I like always feel strong, so I just int. Everything about the champ is like baiting me to int.
Hey Darius! I swear to God, if you talk to me again before I had my morning coffee... Dude, calm down, man, calm down! Brain effect awake for a perfect dose of caffeine.
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined again by Mithy from Origen, who just broke a 3-game losing streak. Does that win feel extra special against Misfits?
Yeah, I think if we would have lost, it would have been like very mental boom. So.
Very mental boom. Luckily, it didn't happen. Of course, the pressure is a bit more on than in previous weeks, with Vitality picking up again the win against G2 and other teams kind of picking up the slack here and there. Were you guys getting a bit scared for the standings almost to not make playoffs?
I don't even like I haven't even watched. I just focus on the next game and the next game, and at the end of the split, we'll see if we are in playoffs or where we stand. And we will evaluate, But right now, I'm just enjoying trying to like have as much fun as possible, and enjoying the game and playing with the guys, and just like keep working,
Of course, a very dominant win that must have felt good. But what kind of went wrong in the more recent games that didn't go Origen's way?
Well, I think generally we've not been doing so well early game. Mm-hmm. That's like a big thing, and then. Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint, but usually like our early games haven't been going very well, and our decisiveness to fight in the mid game when we are behind has not been like perfect. So the teams have just like won for the most part, and also we haven't had like very good champs to be decisive on. Like I'm playing like Tahm Kench, and my jungler can't really engage 1v5, and then. It's like hard for us to find the right moment, and then we naturally lost early, so it just becomes hard, and like we haven't been playing very well, but mostly just early games haven't been going our way, and yeah.
Now the team is looking at fixing that and managed to fix this in the game against Misfits, of course.
Like we changed a bit how like our idea of how we wanted to play, so that we have a bit more reliable earlies, and. We hoped it showed last week, because we had like pretty good we felt good about last week, but we got stomped by G2, and the Fnatic game, our early game was like even, but then we made like this mistake where we opened up the game like negatively, so they got more than we did, and then on top of that they also had champions that were better when the game was open, like they had TF, Rengar and stuff, so. And our early game wasn't that great either. So today we did well early. It felt a bit. I was a bit worried at the start, but we caught up. So it's nice.
It's all over now. The win is in the books. That's the most important part. Of course, luckily for you guys, your schedule is a lot, or not. I wouldn't say a lot, but a decent bit easier than some of the other teams that still have to face, G2 and some of the other top teams. You guys have to play Splice. I think SK is in their Rogue. Excel maybe even, so a lot of teams that you definitely want to look at beating, of course.
Yeah, I mean we shouldn't care. We don't really care. It's we just focus one game at a time, and if we don't deserve to make playoffs, then we don't deserve to make playoffs. If we make playoffs, we try to win the whole thing. There's no in between. We're here to play to win every game and against any opponent. So that's the idea.
You're either in or you're out. So what did you make of the 9.14 changes? Of course, you mentioned Tahm Kench. A lot of discussion there, how dead he actually is. What would be your take?
I'm not sure right now. I thought it was shit, but now I'm thinking like maybe it's not.
Based on?
So they've nerfed Tahm. Right, or the general consensus is that they nerfed Tahm. So then I was like, fuck yeah, Tahm is nerfed. Let's never play Tahm again, guys. I don't want to play this champ. And then now I'm seeing that maybe it's playable. It's actually not bad. So I'm not entirely sure about the champ, but just generally it opens up more options for bot lane, like Syrakan, Pike buffs, so. Nautilus is pretty good now because of the other champs, and it's just more fun, like more supports, more playmaking. It's really fun. I love it. Yeah.
The terror of the Tahm has ended.
I felt it was going back to Tahm and Brown, Tahm. It was actually like that in LCK. So I was like, oh god. But at least not in Europe. So
yeah,
nice.
we've been a bit lucky in that regard. Of course, we haven't been lucky in the mid lane matchups, all consisting of Corki Azir.
Yeah, but people have been trying to switch it up this week, I think.
And then like G2 versus Vitality, it's again Corki Azir.
It's I'm not sure. Yeah. It's like hard to avoid it, I think.
Yeah, but is it really that insanely frustrating for support to always having to be on Tahm duty? Is it like the one pick that you maybe even have to fight over with your coach whether you really have to play it because it's just so detrimental to play?
No, I mean, so the champ itself is fun, and I think I'm like really good at it in certain aspects of the champion. But like, so the truth is, the champ is so powerful that I can't stop myself from inting on it. That's like that's the problem, you know. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do about it. I have to like really hold myself back, you know. Whereas when I'm playing something else, usually like the champ naturally holds myself back until I have my moment. But with Tahm, I like always feel strong, so I just int.
Right. Is it the stuns, the gray health?
Everything. Yeah, it's just everything. Like your Q does so much damage. You're so tanky. Your auto is super powerful, and you want to get the 3 stacks, so you get baited by yourself, you know. And I mean, if you have glacial augment, then you just go forward with approach velocity. Everything about the champ is like baiting me to int.
It's just too good. Is it like it's just too OP of a design, really?
I mean, it's not even that. Like it's just like your job really is to just like keep your AD carry safe, you know, and just like impact the map when you're like if you try to make like some plays and just be tanky, and you know be like a mid shield for your AD. But you try to find more use than that to the champion, and that's when you int.
Okay. So playing him more conservatively is actually the correct path, really.
For me, at least, yeah.
Okay. Can you like
moving forward? Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
Okay, that's the idea. Any other support champions you would like to see back in the meta? What about Alistar? He got a few buffs here and there.
He's okay, but like his design is not that good for. I mean, it's like, it has its moments, but sometimes you feel like really useless. Like if it's like too old champion. Like the spells and sometimes you feel like the champion is too old because nowadays every champion has like too many stuff, you know, and your W gets like interrupted by random stuff, and your Q is really short knockout. Sometimes you can't hit your E because everyone has 500 dashes, so. It's like I feel like it's like a snowball champ. Like if you're snowballing, it's good, but if you're behind, you could play any other champ and you'd be more useful. But sometimes you can like find those nice plays like where you like flank but yeah, it's like a worse Rakan. So yeah, like much worse. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where the champ is. I think like Bard and Pyke have more hope. Those are nice. And yeah, Volibear I've seen.
Support Volibear.
Yeah, I've seen that in LCK. There's been some support volley.
Was it Griffin or which team?
I don't know, but it's been played a while, and it won. Yeah. I've seen it jungle in my solo queues too. Maybe it's a flex pick.
I mean, I've also seen support Pantheon work out that one time.
Yeah, support Pantheon. I mean, I tried it, but you know, it was a rough one, that game against TL. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to maybe play some spicy stuff, but you know, I doubt it. So.
Okay. It just feels like to me, and this is maybe a bit of a meme, but coming around Worlds, and we're slowly approaching that time zone, certain champions like Oriana, Alistar, Ryze maybe, they all just get those little buffs here and there when Riot tries to like not make people notice, and then at the tournament, it's like it's Worlds, Oriana is there again, and like the champ has not been seen for a year, but then she comes back, and same with Alistar.
Yeah. I mean, I always had this theory with Ryze because you know, like the owner or the creator has the name, so he walks in like before Worlds. It's like, so when is like my champion gonna be played? You know, so that's the only theory I've had about Ryze. But the other champs, I'm not so sure about.
Okay. But with Ryze, we're onto something.
With
here.
Ryze, I'm onto something. I really am.
You just need like you already have the glasses.
Like he just comes on like his short pants in LA, you know, from like his like yearly vacation. Just comes. It's like, okay, Worlds is up. So guys, where is Ryze? Why is it not being played?
Where are the buffs? Come on, guys. Work. Too much CFT. More Rice buffs. Very excited in that regard. So going into the last few weeks, any teams that you are looking forward to versus, or more importantly, that you think have the most drive to challenge you guys in the playoffs race, if you do watch the other games?
I mean, I don't actually know where the standings are. I have no idea.
Do you just like deliberately block them out to not be impacted by them?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know our score naturally. Right. I think we're like 6, 7, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's as much as I don't really know what other teams' standings are.
Did you eventually start doing that, or was it just always something?
I eventually started doing that. It just feels like I don't get anything from looking at that. So I just focus on who do we play next week and we're 5-7. That means I think we need to get some wins or we might not make playoffs, guys. And then it's like but there's 6 out of 10 teams that make it, or more.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 teams that make it, so it should be pretty easy. But then you think you actually need like a 50-50 win rate to be in the race.
Yeah,
that's usually how it's been in the past.
Yeah,
that's what I guide myself with.
Okay. So there has been occasions where 8-10 was also enough, but then you usually have to play like a tiebreaker.
But usually I think it's like 50-50.
Yeah,
if you're 50-50, you can make it. Yeah, so. I mean, that's as far as I go.
Yeah, interesting. I like the tactic because I feel like what would be the benefit of knowing that you, for example, let's say you go up against Excel 2 weeks ago when they were like had no wins whatsoever, or like 2, and you go like, okay, this must be a weak team. Then we'll just like crush them. But then maybe it's probably a bad mentality to go into the game because they might have improved over the last week. And for good teams, it might just look intimidating, and you downplay yourself and go, oh no, I don't want to play G2 right now because they're 12-1.
I mean, you hear about like, of course, I know G2 is winning, so I understand that they're a strong team, and also I judge from my scrims. So there's obviously like some teams I value more, like that I'm more intimidated by, but I just feel like it's more of a challenge rather than like a bad thing. Yeah.
I like that quite a lot. Anything you would like to say to the Origen fans?
Just thank you for supporting us. I guess hopefully we make the playoff race and then see where it goes from there. I'm very confident in the team, so yeah, I'm actually very excited to play some more playmaking champs too. So yeah, hopefully that happens and I don't eat too much.
And hashtag for the people that watch until the end?
Hashtag support king.
Always. Hashtag support king. Thank you so much for your time, Mithy. Make sure to follow him on Twitter. And this was Darius from the Shotcaller. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, and Adam Novosviat for your continuous and very special support, and of course all the people whose names you see scrolling past you right now. We have a lot of amazing projects, and of course Worlds 2019 in Europe coming up, so thank you so much for supporting us and enabling us to do our work. Thank you.